Imagine you're thousands of feet in the air, cruising over the endless blue of the Atlantic Ocean. Suddenly, the unthinkable happens: a pilot decides to crash his own plane. Not because of engine failure, bad weather, or mechanical issues, but deliberately. This isn't just a tragedy, it's a mystery that stunned the world and left investigators grappling for answers. Today, we're diving deep into one of aviation's most shocking incidents, unraveling the chilling story behind this deliberate act. To understand why someone would make such a catastrophic decision, we need to go back to the beginning. The pilot, a seemingly ordinary individual with years of experience, began his day like any other. He performed pre-flight checks, greeted passengers or crew, and set his course over the Atlantic. But behind the routine was a hidden story, one of internal struggles, untold pressures, or possibly something more sinister. As the flight progressed, everything seemed normal at first. The skies were clear, the weather was perfect, and air traffic control had no reason to suspect anything was amiss. But then, subtle signs began to appear. Perhaps the pilot's voice on the radio seemed strained, or certain decisions raised questions. Small deviations in altitude or course might have gone unnoticed by passengers but caught the attention of aviation experts. Then came the chilling moment. The pilot made a series of moves that were later described as deliberate and calculated. First, the plane veered off its designated flight path. Controllers attempted to make contact, but there was no response. The aircraft was descending rapidly, heading straight for the ocean. Panic set in. Investigators later reconstructed the final moments of the flight using data from the black box recorder. They discovered that critical safety systems had been disabled, a clear indication that this was no accident. It was a deliberate act, carried out with precision. But why? This is where the story takes an even darker turn. Deliberate plane crashes are rare, but they're not unheard of. Experts point to a range of possible motives: personal struggles, mental health issues, or even external pressures. In this case, investigators began piecing together the pilot's life. They looked into his medical history, personal relationships, and professional record. What they found painted a complex picture. In the weeks leading up to the crash, the pilot reportedly exhibited signs of stress and erratic behavior. Some colleagues described him as distant or preoccupied, while others noticed nothing unusual. Mental health issues are often stigmatized in the aviation industry, leading many professionals to hide their struggles. This creates a dangerous situation where problems go unaddressed until it's too late. As the investigation unfolded, a narrative began to emerge. The pilot may have been battling personal demons, issues that pushed him to take this drastic step. Some reports suggested financial troubles, while others hinted at emotional turmoil. Yet, there was still no definitive answer. This lack of clarity only deepened the tragedy for the families of those on board. While we may never fully understand the motives behind this act, one thing is clear: it raises urgent questions about aviation safety and mental health. How can the industry better support pilots who might be struggling? What safeguards can be implemented to prevent such incidents in the future? And how do we balance trust in human judgment with the need for more automated systems? This story also highlights the resilience of the human spirit. In the wake of the crash, loved ones of the victims came together to demand change. They pushed for stricter mental health screenings, better support systems, and advanced technologies to override human error. Their efforts have led to meaningful reforms, though the scars of the tragedy remain. As we reflect on this shocking event, it's important to remember the lives lost and the lessons learned. Aviation is one of the safest modes of transportation, but incidents like this remind us of its vulnerabilities. They challenge us to do better, not just in technology, but in understanding the human factors that play a role in every flight. So, what do you think? Could this tragedy have been prevented? And what can we do to ensure it never happens again? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. Because while we can't change the past, we can work toward a safer future. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.